So I was in the middle of working on a video of the story of Firebase Z, mainly to do with a mole in Requiem and also the director who may have something to do with that, but that had to be put on the back burner because I got a notification for a very interesting thing, and it's coming from a source that is interesting. And what this is in relation to is probably season 2 of Cold War, and more specifically season 2 of Cold War Zombies, which we gotta get to. But who this is coming from is from Okami, which, if you guys were around during the pre-launch of Black Ops 4, that name may sound familiar to you, maybe, I don't know. But regardless, what they say is, in other COD news, there's a new mode called Outbreak coming soon. I don't know all the details, but it's supposed to be a Treyarch-style co-op zombies on large-scale fireteam map. I've heard it described as open-world zombies, so take that for what you will. And this is interesting, to say the very least, because I don't really know how this is going to take form, because a bunch of different options pop up in my head for how it's going to work. I mean, there's the worst case scenario where it could just be like how Blackout was, where they had zombies. Like, it was just Blackout, except there were zombies on the map, right? Or it could be like the Fire Team Dirty Bomb, except there's zombies now. Like, that would be the worst case scenario, and that would be complete garbage, I would imagine. But there's also the option it could be more like, I guess, if you guys remember Warzone, when they had their Halloween update, and had their own zombies mode, which what I'm trying to say here is that, with that mode that they had in Warzone, is that they had zombies, but that wasn't Call of Duty zombies. That wasn't the zombies we were used to. It was like an entirely different mode on its own, and they could potentially be doing something more like that, where, it's not really zombies, it's an entirely different new mode. Or they could do something like Onslaught that we currently have for a PlayStation exclusive, where, it's just more similar to that type of mode. Or finally, they could also do it, well, not finally, there's one more option after that. And but another option is to have it more like, and what I really want it to be, more like the traditional zombies mode that we have, where you have, constant zombies chasing you, and maybe some side Easter eggs here and there, and maybe rounds, I don't know, stuff that are more connected to the actual zombies mode, that are more similar to that. And that's personally what I want out of the mode more than anything, to have like a giant world that you play on, that you just play zombies as you would more similarly do to the zombies mode. That's kind of what I want. But of course, there's also the option they could add in some PvP to it, maybe a mixture of PvE and PvP. I'm getting mixed up now, but if you mix those two things together, that would be really interesting. What if it's like a survival mode that, you have to survive, you could survive on your own, but you run into other players that you could potentially, you don't have to, and they don't have to, but you could choose to attack each other or something like that. That would be interesting. Have normal zombies, except with different squads around the map that you potentially fight. That would be very interesting, and I'm honestly getting excited, hoping that's what it is. But regardless, there's so many different directions this could take. I hope it takes more from the traditional zombies mode, having perks like Juggernog and stuff like that, and probably armor too, and all the pack-a-punch and everything that we love, and also maybe rounds, or at least something similar to them, and just being longer, a longer game mode. Because if we do think about it, if it is an online mode where you can run into other enemies, I mean, how would that work in terms of maybe like, if you, I guess, like, how long would the matches take? Because obviously multiplayer matches don't last nearly as long as zombies matches, for as long as you aren't trash at zombies, at least. But like, if it's going to potentially, again, this is complete speculation at this point, but if it is PvP and PvE, like, how long are these matches? Hopefully they're not just 10, 15, or even 20 minutes. They got to be longer than that, right? Because, zombies just doesn't take that long. But regardless, I don't even know, dude. I'm excited and cautious about this thing at the exact same time, because in the past, zombies just hasn't worked outside of the zombies mode for the most part, unless they drastically change it. But I still feel like it could work. And based on the fact that they're saying it's an open world zombies, I feel like it's going to take more from, zombies like that, the traditional zombies mode, instead of just being multiplayer except with zombies on it or something like that. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it's more like the traditional zombies mode, because I think there would be a lot of potential there. As for it taking place on the fire team maps, I think that's fine, as long as we get a little cosmetic changes, maybe change the skybox and the lighting a little bit, if that's not too difficult, because some of those maps look too nice to be zombies maps, if you know what I'm saying. But regardless, what I want to end this video off on is actually something that really makes me think that this is probably going to be the case, because there's been something that I've been mentioning on stream multiple times, and it's been in relation to what Treyarch said when they originally announced Firebase Z, and it's from their blog that announced it. I don't know, I just said it and then repeated myself, but it's at the very end, and I want to read it off for you guys again, because this is why I think it is very, very likely. Because what it says, and this is right at the very end: before we go, we'll leave you with this. What we've talked about today, that this of course being Firebase Z, is just a glimpse of what's planned for zombies in 2021. If you think you know what to expect out of Season 2, think again. So that, again, is the one thing that's been nagging me. Like, what are they going to do for Season 2? It sounds like it's going to be major for zombies. Like, that has to be something big. Like, if you say, if you think you know what to expect out of Season 2, think again. I mean, a lot of us, including myself, thought maybe it's going to be modes and another map. Like, are we getting back-to-back maps in seasons or something else? And this could be that something else, which I'm interested to see what in the heck it's going to do. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's real and this video isn't a waste of time. But regardless, I love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this idea of an open world zombies mode coming to Cold War. Would you guys love the idea? Hate the idea? How would you want to execute it and all that good stuff? I'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. But that's about it for me. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, wherever the heck it may be, and laters, guys.